Supreme Chancellor Obi-Wan Kenobi by Stone Freak. Chapter 35. Anakin has a panic attack. Padme watches and for a brief moment feels utterly helpless as Anakin curls in on himself, gasping for breath. She knew he wouldn't take the news well, but this is far more than she ever expected. Anakin! Anakin, please, you need to breathe! She scoots closer to him on the couch and squeezes the hand she still holds in her own again. Can't breathe, he gasps out and pulls his hand away from her, pressing both of them flat against his chest. He's shaking and his breath is still coming out in gasps as he bends over even further. Padme's hands hover uselessly in front of her. She's almost afraid to touch him. He pulled back from her, so clearly he must not want her to touch him right now, right? She bites her lower lip and tries to gather her thoughts. What should she do? What can she do to help? She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. First of all, she needs to stay calm. If she panics right now, she'll most likely only send Anakin further out of sorts. Anakin, is there anything I can do to help? She tries to keep the fretting, the worry out of her voice, but she's not sure she actually succeeds. Calm, Obi-Wan. Right. Okay. She can calm Obi-Wan and get him here. Anakin clearly wants to talk to him, and it was clearly the revelation regarding Obi-Wan's mission schedule that set this whole reaction off. Not to mention, it's fully possible that Obi-Wan has dealt with something like this before. She hasn't. Not even after he lost his mother has she seen him like this. All right, I'll calm Obi-Wan immediately, Annie, okay? He doesn't reply, but she forces herself to move away and do as he asked anyway. Anakin's heart is pounding so hard in his chest he can practically hear his own pulse. He tries to breathe normally, but it almost feels like the world is spinning. He presses his palms harder against his chest. It hurts, and his hands are shaking so badly, and he doesn't want Padme to see it. He can hear that she's worried, can feel that she's scared. He doesn't want to make her scared. Is he losing it? Like with Mom? He chokes on his breath. Mom. It's not like with Mom. He didn't feel like this with Mom. So he's not losing control. He isn't. His thoughts are spinning. He can't breathe. Is he going to die? Anakin, it's me. Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's here. Everything should be all right because Obi-Wan came. Obi-Wan. He can't catch his breath and he can't finish his sentence. He wants. Anakin. May I touch you? Obi-Wan tries to keep his voice calm and soothing. He speaks slowly and waits for Anakin to reply. He pushes down his own anxiety, shields it from leaking into the Force, and focuses on his trembling friend, wondering what in the core world set such a reaction off. Yes. Anakin gasps out but doesn't look up at all. Obi-Wan frowns but moves closer, his hands out in front of him and clearly visible. You're going to be okay, Anakin. You're going to get through this, I know you will. He murmurs as he gently grasps Anakin's right shoulder and left elbow. Obi-Wan watches as Anakin struggles to get his breathing under control. They can both sense Padme standing off to the side, leaking anxiety into the Force, and it's feeding Anakin's own. Obi-Wan takes a deep breath and ignores her, carefully raises a minor shield around Anakin to keep him cut off from her emotions instead. Anakin, try to listen to my breathing. I'll breathe with you, okay? Can you do that for me? Obi-Wan keeps his breathing slow and steady, occasionally murmuring encouragements for Anakin, who slowly uncurls himself and starts breathing more evenly. When the tremors lessen, Anakin moves his hands from where they were pressed against his chest and instead clutches Obi-Wan's arms as if he's trying to ground himself. Would you like me to help you release your negative emotions and shield them off from the Force, Anakin? I think you may have entered a negative feedback loop. It's quiet for a few seconds before Anakin nods and Obi-Wan lets his own mind gently reach out for Anakin's. He creates a stronger shield to the Force, only a small one for now, directly surrounding Anakin, and starts speaking gently to Anakin, leading him through breathing exercises and conscious meditation. If he wants Anakin to stop the feedback loop, then Obi-Wan will need to keep the shielding up until Anakin no longer leaks anxiety and fear everywhere. Slowly, surely, Anakin starts to take over the flow of his emotions outwards, gently slowing it before his halts. until finally he stops shaking, and the only thing Obi-Wan can feel from him when he lowers the shield is exhaustion. He pulls back from Anakin slowly and gently and looks at his face intently. Anakin smiles tiredly. He looks more relieved than happy, seemingly wrung out and utterly exhausted physically, emotionally, and mentally. "Thank you, Obi-Wan." His voice is a croak, and Obi-Wan feels it like a gut punch, but he manages to smile back. He keeps his worry behind tight mental shields, careful to not let Anakin sense even the slightest trace of it. For now. What in all the core worlds happened?